Crick, crack, crunch. It's time for your Toho lunch. I was so confident immediately prior to recording and saying it's time for your Toho lunch. It sounded like a really good idea all the way until imagination met reality and crashed flat.
I think it sounds like a cool cereal commercial.
Oh, well, isn't this a coincidence? Woman who just ate cereal literally immediately prior to recording this sweet Toho Tuesday, sponsored by Guga Jacks, Guga Food's steak man, famous kindergarten runner we've lied before in videos and will lie again all the way until he sends a cease and desist. Guga's now releasing a cereal. I'm not going to make a joke about the cereal being bad. I think the man's a legitimate chef. Don't be mean. That's our brand of comedy here.
Trying to get funky.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Be funky.
This game about... Well...
It looks like 700 toilet paper rolls. I'm realizing too late into choosing the video game that it's like a COVID repetition as far as the resource management of the global pandemic went.
It is supposed to be like a sports drink type thing.
Well, I have to know more. Nice.
Chirumiru
Which button on my controller do you think
Toho
is start?
Chirumiru is like it's a viral Toho video from like 2008. It's like many Toho viral videos. It is Iosis. It's about Cirno doing an advertisement for her new drink, Chirumiru, which will make your brain better.
This is the boss of brains, and she'll even stand close to the screen. Oh, I was wrong. This is some kind of frog. I thought it was the boss of brains, but they've got that good toad smile. That's fantastic. I have to bring it back. I have to bring back my favorite thing I found in the recording of Cirno's lost Chirumiru's pre-recording test phase. The awesome reality of what I thought was the intended gameplay experience. Huh?
Cirno, it's okay.
For almost 10 seconds, I thought the name of the game was that she'd get really tired and sad and wet immediately and would just have to lay down there. I was mashing my buttons and I was like, dude, Emily, this is screwed up. It's like my life. Why am I even playing a game? But she gets up if you press B.
Yeah.
To get onto high places, press X to jump. Don't worry. I got it. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. Almost. All right.
The controls of this are very interesting.
It was a game jam game, meaning it was made in 42 minutes. If the whole video is me not getting up this side of the platform, then that's what the whole video is gonna be, alright? We ball in Toho Tuesday.
I do like how they've turned the cubes into, the squares to cubes.
Dude, I feel like the Cuphead guy. I feel like the Cuphead guy. I feel like I'm not understanding something.
The journalist.
I'm feeling like the journalist. There must be another way. I must have to press something on the D-pad. Oh my god. No. Roll the footage. Let them know. Let them see the Challenger space shuttle takeoff of Toho Tuesday. I can do it. I can. If I make it out of this room, that's gonna be the episode. So I've heard a lot of really good things about... She can jump normally! It doesn't have to be a dash jump! We're actually gonna make it out of this room! It's really trying to angle me towards an upskirt. It wasn't my intent.
Well, luckily she doesn't seem to actually have anything down there. It seems to be nothing. It seems to be...
Full Barbie.
Not even Barbie. It seems to be straight up her body doesn't exist there.
That's awesome. They stopped making her. They were like, you know what? I think I've pretty much got this fairy handled. Yeah. And not like homophobic slur style, as in her species is fairy, I believe.
Yes.
If you think I can read that...
To wall jump.
To wall jump off a wall, I bet.
Yeah.
She runs like me, having cereal first thing in the morning.
Ooh, that's a nice wall jump.
Thank you. You're a nice co-host and expert of Japanese.
Unfortunately, I did mean the game's mechanics of the wall jump, not your handling of it.
What about my handling of it? What sort of words would you use? Oh, see, at least I'm acknowledged. You know, some people don't even get that. This is an optimistic program. Oh, fuck.
Optimism's
They're
nice.
too easy. Optimism's nice. In the itch.io description of this project, they went, if the camera gets screwed up when you're using a controller, guess what? I actually forgot the suggestion of how to fix it that they had on the itch.io page. So once again, we're raw dogging at this Touhou Tuesday.
I thought this was going to be like Sonic Adventure 1, where like one of the first things an NPC says to you in the game is, if the camera fucks up, don't worry about it. That'll happen sometimes. Oh well.
I feel like I'm a baby playing Tomb Raider again.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm a baby having just raided the womb, now playing Tomb Raider again.
Ooh, this is a fun hub world.
This is kind of like my house. That's the creepy mansion from the Vampires one with the Dio. That's from LSD Dream Emulator.
I love how the game like starts with you leaving the tutorial level in the hub world. That's fun.
I do concur that I think it's quite delightful the degree to which this is incorrect environments. The amount that no one like screws with hub worlds anymore saddens me greatly. I think it's fantastic to have like a reasonably proximate environment that contains all the problems you'll have.
Yeah. You get some sort of kind of hub world like the Normandy, but you know, that's only a kind of hub world.
You rapscallion, you've just implied that Mass Effect is even a little bit modern. You wish. I know you wish. Stuff like the Normandy is still happening. Gaming hasn't changed that much in those like 15 years. There's a Touhou meme I saw once, and I'm about to compare you to it. So everyone stand back and watch Ms. Antagonist Chan get read for e-filth, which is internet waste. You're like, I believe Sane Kochiya, who says, oh, retro consoles? No, the PlayStation 2 isn't retro. I know that console.
In the past couple years, I've seen so many variations on that panel. Like, I've seen so many people, like, remake that panel in all sorts of ways. Today,
someone called the PlayStation 3 a retro console, which is why this is largely on my mind, because oh, fuck. That's what I felt like, in case you were wondering, when they were like, the PlayStation 3's so old, no one even owns that anymore. What an inept garbage machine, holy shit.
Funny, because that's still the only home console I own. Yeah.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, this is great.
This is literally what John Travolta sees when he looks in the mirror every day. When he's looking in the mirror and he's thinking about, okay, it must be manipulable with my keyboard, the camera. Okay, good news. My touchpad's coming in clutch. Maybe
it's
more than any
when you're using your
ever
controller.
It's plugged into the machine. It was free on itch.io. I'm not even doing piracy. That'd be wrong. We will never commit a piracy for this here.
I just meant the awkwardness of trying to use your touchpad while you're using a controller also at the same time. Seems very awkward.
Life is full of these little agonies. Unless she doesn't have anything down there.
Yeah, like my argument on regarding the PS3 being retro is, yes, the PS3 is as old now as the SNES was when the PS3 was the hot new thing, but also gaming's a much older medium now than it was then. It's like it's
this.
Like the SNES was like so much longer a span, like a like the ratio between how old it is versus how old gaming is was very different back then.
Is this a challenge stage? This seems unrealistic for me to do. It does seem
like quite a lot.
I mean, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Touhou Tuesday, Raw Dog Reality.
I mean, it's
Touhou
not that hard.
Tuesday, you only get one shot. Oh. Touhou Tuesday, you actually get a couple of shots, unless you run into lava and you accept it as the grim omen it is. Because maybe it's not worth being so prideful all the time.
It does seem a little disappointing that you spawn outside the igloo again. When you aren't coming out of the igloo this time.
They made this game in 47 seconds.
I was about to say, like, that's probably the reason why. I
do like the bounce loop. I also like the way that I can't see it. It helps me get away from my feelings. Is there a secret behind this waterfall? There is.
Ooh.
Hello. Yokai Mountain. I thought it was all Yokai Zones. Oh, this is the bit I was very excited to see.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called Yokai Mountain. You can only do 1 collection at a time. Until you get your milk. Pretty much the only part of Touhou's world, the only part of Gensokyo that isn't run by yokai is the human village. And even then, it's kind of... The protector is half human, half yokai hybrid.
Meat Isle. Do people get abducted from the human village? Is that survivable? Is that good? I keep imagining darker realities that is probably reality.
The human village is... It's unclear how safe the human village actually is, but it's presumably fairly safe as long as you stay in the village.
No, Cirno, no. Cirno! Oh god, her smug aura mocks me. Yeah. She's like, what's the matter? Can't you Mario Odyssey this shit? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I should clarify what I meant by food last time. Food is not necessarily food as we know it. It's not necessarily consumption, but like sometimes it's more metaphysical. Touhou's really big on the idea of faith as like a resource that needs to be managed, and that's like the really big thing, is faith. Like, people believing in things is so important.
Kind of like the Fables comic book series. Where the big bad wolf is really strong because everyone under his legal jurisdiction hates him and thinks he's a rude, strong prick.
Something like that. It's a little bit less,
a bit less Big B Wolf is there.
No, not so much less the Big Bad Wolf there. It's more like a bit less like a lot less, there's a lawyer.
Would you tell me which Touhou character is the most like Big B Wolf of Fables, a comic book you haven't read and won't?
I mean, I've considered reading it. I find it cool how the dude just straight up made it public domain because he was fighting with DC.
That I do dig. I completely forgot that was a legitimate news story. Like, in some dark recess of myself, I remembered that I have the right to do that nasty business, what with Mr. Toad and his terrible son that he doesn't love. Nasty business was wickedly the wrong word, by the way. I have no interest in toads like that. Stop saying I do! Too much slime! It doesn't work!
Too much smugora with this blue toad girl.
Here's the deal. Smug? Okay. Girl? Bangin'. Slime? Toad? Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Slime Toad. That's the name of what used to be or that's the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card that used to be named Frog the Jam.
I think Slime Toad was Weezer's second album, which I say only in some confidence because no one can name Weezer's second album. There's the blue one, and then there's sort of White Noise Forever, and then you can get away with anything. You didn't tell me who you think's most like the Big Bad Wolf, and if you don't tell me, I'm gonna completely screw up this jump for the 7th time.
Probably, what's her name? Kagero Imaizumi, from Touhou 13, or not Touhou 13, Touhou 14, double dealing character, because she is a werewolf. I feel like Lex Luthor.
I have no idea. She's a werewolf. Oh no, this is the one that Elon Musk said he is like 10 years ago.
I was literally about to say, like, the one that Elon Musk... The Touhou fandom fucking hates Elon because of that, especially.
I mean, that's a hometown crime, at least. I'm sure many people have other meaningful personal opinions about his myriad horrible wrongdoings. Hey, that house has a big red warning sign on it. That sounds great. No red points. Do red points and cave bomb first. Oh my god, okay. Whatever you say, house.
I think there was supposed to be Aya Shimaru saying that.
Which is, I believe, a journalist.
Yes.
This is good. I've got the gift of prophecy for having perceived multiple pieces of Touhou fan art due to having a Tumblr account alongside you.
Yeah, Touhou.
For a great number of years. Not as many years.
Tengu and Touhou are so fucking funny because for some reason they have a racially divided caste system.
Now, how can this be?
There are two types of Tengu. There's Crow Tengu and Wolf Tengu. And Crow Tengu are all journalists or sometimes spies, but usually journalists. And Wolf Tengu are all warriors.
That's a crazy set of two things to be the jobs that there are.
Yeah.
What wars are they fighting? Is it for fun?
I think it's mostly for protection. Like, they're guards.
Against who?
Yokai Mountain's dangerous.
Is everyone just killing each other all the time? Is this such a lawless realm?
There's a lot of things to be afraid of. Rumia eats people.
That's true. Rumia eats people. This is the green one that has the sunflower situation.
No,
as in she's often drawn.
No, that's Yuka. Rumia is the girl who looks like Flandra but without the rings. And is also in the same game as Flandra, which I've always found very funny. And she is always T-posing.
This is the one that does JoJo's Vanilla Ice move. In that they are a horrible orb that consumes your hopes and dreams and your friend Muhammad Avdol.
Yeah.
Take that! JoJo spoilers straight out of nowhere. Suffer like I did.
And, of course, the very famous line of dialogue with her is when she's showing off to Marisa her T-posing. She's like, doesn't this sound like, I don't know, like Christ was crucified on the cross? And Marisa's just like, looks to me more like mankind has discovered the decimal system.
Oh, no. I had to hear about the decimal system and fell in lava. That's a horrible day for me.
Yeah, the reason Rumi is always T-posing is because she thinks it looks cool. Nobody else thinks it looks cool.
That's fantastic. I've always said, and I've said it a long time, and I'm crying because it's very significant to me. You have to stand in the moist puddle of your own truth. How did that happen? Is it because I said stand in the moist puddle of your own truth? Is that why the controls got mad at me?
Yeah, and Rumia does just straight up eat people.
Can I ask a very serious Touhou question?
Yeah.
And it's really serious, and play with me. And I'm sorry that it's in many ways a repetition of a long, long bygone Neptunia commentary. Why don't they kill her?
I don't know. I mean, it is kind of a nature reserve for people like her.
There's no poachers who hate that they get eaten by her?
There are people who would probably want to stop her. I'm not sure they can. But here's the thing, so her darkness orb thing. It is disturbingly effective camouflage at night. Which, you know, considering she eats people, that's dangerous. Yeah.
I'm worse than a games journalist! Oh, at least I ask elaborative questions about old and endearing Japanese video game series. And I have an open mind.
Yeah, and, what was I about to say? Yeah, she's also a fucking idiot.
I mean, she sounds more killable then. What's that?
So the thing about her darkness ball, one, she insists on using it during the day when it stands out like a sore thumb. And 2, she can't see out of it either.
Vanilla ice, JoJo's vanilla ice. There was another room the whole time!
You were in there
It had
already.
more delicious... There was another room I'd already been in the whole time! Wow, if I pick up like dozens more of these, I'll get an extra life, I assume.
Maybe. I can't remember which ones the blue ones do in the actual games, and I don't know if that would even translate to this.
Maybe they give you bullets that you can use to create new platforms so that you don't have to suffer.
I think one of the... It's been a long time since I played a Touhou game. I think the blue ones give you... bombs.
Why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? Why? But why? Why? And I ask me, but why? But why this? But why? Anyway, I'm a big fan of platformers. One of my
Don't
favorite.
try to dive. Maybe just try a long jump.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna see. You're gonna love it. You have to have loved it. You don't have a choice. I said you would.
I'm glad that
Yay!
you got it.
I didn't have to force it. It's good to have skipped out on forcing people into anything. And you know what the dopest, smokiest part is for me?
Yeah?
I'm not even going to get eaten by a terrible traveling darkness orb that makes all the pain go away so quickly as to almost be humane through sheer overwhelming force.
And of course, big thing with the mankind has discovered the Dewey Decimal thing. Not Dewey Decimal, just the decimal thing. Is
I
that
believe Dewey Decimal is the name of the youngest kid in Malcolm in the Middle. He's unrelated.
all the dialogue in Touhou is like extremely passive-aggressive for no good reason. It's great. Like all these women are so catty and mean.
Even this one? The blue one? The blue one that falls into lava every day and hates me personally in real life, June, who hates me, who throws rocks at my house every day and is like, let's have a snowball fight, and there's a rock inside the snowball and
She's
fucking
at least
bust
trying to be
my
catty and
eyebrow.
mean.
Cirno put up a poster outside my house, and it was a drawing of me with my tongue out and my hands are up to my face and my thumbs are like pointing to my cheeks and blowing out like a squirrel's mouth, like full of nuts. And I looked very foolish, and I was like, this is simply impermissible. So I went to go pick it up and get rid of it, but she'd actually put razor blades under the poster. So when I did take down the insulting poster Cirno put outside of my house, I actually lost my thumb. So that's why the gameplay is like this, and you can't be mad at me in the comments because I don't have a thumb, because it got cut off because of Cirno's cool prank. And I even said it's a cool prank, so, I mean, you know, clearly I'm cool about it.
You know the wildest fucking thing about the Touhou fandom, though, is that it's something I've noticed for many, many years and has always been true. The Venn diagram between Touhou fans and Team Fortress 2 fans is a circle.
I enjoy this. This is God's fault.
It is so universal that all Western Touhou fans are also Team Fortress 2 fans. I was exposed to Touhou in the first place through Team Fortress 2 all the way back in 2009.
Let's see if there's a third stage. I think that'd be nice for us. What do you think? I hope I seem like a good sport. Don't worry. I was normal the whole time.
The most.
Is this a stage? Did you have time to make this stage in the 47 millisecond game jam?
I'm betting that was going to be a stage, but they just didn't have time.
What do I walk into? I mean, I'm gonna wager it's the human village because it's multiple houses and seems like I'm gonna wager
looks
most of the
human
environments are relevant. I mean, presumably she's just killing people in there right now. She's just like fully working razor blade, like house through house, blowing people up with icicle attacks.
I'm just thinking about the human villages reminding me of another extremely funny Touhou thing is that all of the male characters in Touhou can fall into one of 3 categories.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Okay, this is a lot of pressure. I'm not sure why you made me do this. Okay. 1, dead. 2, little animal. 3, someone's dad. Mentioned, never seen.
Literally, the first 2 are correct, and I guess the third one is also correct, I just didn't think of it.
God, I'm good.
So I guess there's actually
at
4.
That, not this. I was good at that, but not this part.
Because there is Marisa's dad, who is mentioned, never seen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the third one that I was going for, so I guess the fourth one.
Witch Hat?
Huh?
Was that Miss Witch Hat?
Yes.
Absentee father from Miss Witch Hat. How'd that happen? That's a brand new situation. Help, I'm drowning.
Category 4.
Help. I can't freaking get out. I can't get out. I can't get out. I'm stuck in the wet zone. I got stuck. I can't get out. I'm out. It's okay. I wasn't worried about it.
I realized you might be out because you suddenly were not blue.
Well,
you weren't entirely blue.
I say let's try this again. I say I'm feeling refreshed after a sweet dip in the wet. And that this seemed manageable and cool the whole time. And that I'm not scared. I am not a coward, so don't call me a coward. You were saying something about absentee fathers.
I was actually saying something about the fourth category, which is...
You were saying something about the fourth secret category.
Yeah, which is one guy, exactly. One specific guy, Renosuke Morichika. He is the one person who does not fit into any of the other 3 categories. And is male.
Well, what's his excuse?
He never actually appears in the games proper. He is the main protagonist of the spin-off novel series that Zune writes. Like magazine novels. Like they come out like a chapter a month in a magazine. Ooh, so close. That was almost really nice.
I still thought it was a little nice. Didn't think it was so bad. I don't think it was
she
the
needs
worst
to rest a minute and recover her energy. Downward facing dog.
Is this Jacko? Is this what everyone was so crazy about on the internet all those times? Is that what Guilty Gear is?
Not quite the Jacko. The Jacko is a bit more impressive than that.
A little bit more impressive than not at all. But why? What's Mr. Novel's problem? Why is he in a longer format than like every other character?
I mean, that's just his thing, is he just exists for the novels. He's also a very funny character because he has this supernatural power to determine what anything is, and by just looking at it.
A dentist.
But his power is very funny because what it basically means, really, is that he gets the first sentence of its Wikipedia article, which means he can misunderstand what his power is telling him, which is very funny. Most memorably, there is a time that he found a Game Boy, and he thought it was a weapon of mass destruction because his power said it could shape worlds.
That's pretty fun. Yes!
Ooh.
Yes to whatever this is! More of this!
Cirno card.
Right now! God, yes! Whirly bird flying this hot shit world! Traveling the domain of my ruination! Now I'm walking again! That's no way to travel in style. There's no knees involved in traveling in style. It's the least appealing part of the human body. Besides, maybe kidney stones. Well, it's supposed to have a K. Okay, that's a wall jumper.
Ooh, nice.
I'm kind of the boss of video games.
Yeah, in regards to the characters that are dead, there's one guy who was alive very briefly. Like, he was killed off very shortly after his introduction. We only ever know him as the fortune teller. There was a meme for fortune teller to win the popularity poll one time.
Who killed him?
Reimu.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. What sin did he commit? You tell a terrible fortune you will not experience financial prosperity in this year to come?
He used to be a human, and he turned himself into a yokai.
Oh, well, if it's killing demons, that's always good in my book. I played Doom 2016. I got the Platty Watty in that, which is to say the big achievement that no one cares about except dorks. Help. I can't even get up this step anymore. I've lost it all.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on.
I've lost it all.
Go.
My mind. My dignity. But not our viewership. Hey, thanks.
Hey.
Okay. So there's 4 categories of guy. Stop making me go up her skirt. I'm scared. I don't know what's up there.
Ooh.
Perfectly intended. There's someone on Earth that can do this easier than you've ever seen anyone do anything, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice! Another easy victory for J-Dog McPowers. That was a tremendous Toho showcase that we had. I'm gonna give it to you the same way I gave it to my son before I put that big old horse head in his big old horse bed. I enjoy the resurgence of this specific era of like retro graphical styling. I think it's very nice to see people play around in 3D environments. I mean, one, they just give me the warm fuzzies, don't they? You're a tutorial stage, you can't trick me. I'm reaffirmed in my desire to never even once play a Mario game, because the jumps look a lot like they do in Mario's Odyssey adventure, which is illegal, I've decided today. No more Mario. And I don't even remember how to get up here. It's like a dash into a wall jump.
No, it's just like a normal jump.
It was just like a
Remember,
normal
this
jump.
dashing was like how you were fucking up and not doing it.
You sound like the Joker. What about this is normal?
Remember, you were like, oh, I can just do a regular jump and not a dash jump, and that was the key to getting up there.
It's like I've always said, I'll say to give sweet wisdom to our remnant fans. Often the worst thing you can do is overthink or try to jump for all of the famous scary concrete pillars of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. No one's supposed to do it. It's like beating Sub-Zero. You can't.
Hey,
I'm closing the game.
That one jump that you could do, the one jump you couldn't do for a while and eventually got was you were overthinking it.
That's true. Thank you. It's the name of my autobiography that is definitely still ghost written by Zune. Apparently he's got time to do it.
Yeah, apparently.
Please,
jump on the wall and
please,
press the jump button to push yourself off of it. That's time I read it.
Hey, you've accomplished something. That's one of us today. Ow! No! I don't wanna do it! I don't wanna do it anymore! I wanna lay down in a wet puddle of sadness like I was born in. I wanna go back to the simple stuff. I wanna relentlessly not think and be a slop beast. I wanna just hang out right down where it's damp and meaningless. Like we all go back to in the end. And Cirno is there. That's true of me. Hey, that was some good Touhou. Did you like that Touhou? Thanks. There'll be another one next Tuesday. Recommend me a game that has a control scheme in it.
I am the one who brought us to this hell.
It's like they've always said, rather than being in hell, I'd like to be eating bells. Because that would be better than being in hell, because that's like the worst thing, they say, famously, if you grew up in a place where every now and again you would see a nun. Hey, someone likes this.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's so autistic. Just kidding. I love you. Not really, I don't know you. Fuck you. Okay, that's it. I'm stopping it.